we're taking you to 5 really cool restaurants in Cannes today. Places that our local friends that actually live in Cannes have told us about. And we specifically picked restaurants in a medium price range. So let's go dig in. Here are the restaurants we've chosen for you. We've kept our selection quite central, making it easy for you to reach each place on foot once you're downtown. And now let's grab some lunch.
Visiting Cannes without going to a beach restaurant would be almost a crime. You have to come and treat yourself. It's a little bit more expensive, but hey, this is a must.
We've picked L'O Plage, which happens to be a favorite of one of our friends. But there are numerous other beach restaurants on the promenade called Croisette, all recently renovated and stunning. And trust us, we're not just saying that. So at La Môme, we like the stylish furniture and vibrant colors. As soon as you arrive, you'll notice the cool music, adding to the chic yet relaxed beach atmosphere. There's a DJ every day, we were told, which is definitely not the case for all of the restaurants along the Croisette. We could have easily spent all afternoon here, with our feet in the sand and the sea just in front of us, despite the breeze we encountered when we were there at the end of April. Typically, this time of year when the sun is out, the temperature is perfect. And you'll always find something to watch, whether it's a massive sailboat or seagulls swooping down to snatch a bite. However, we were on a mission, so it was time to order some food and drinks. We just couldn't resist the non-alcoholic fruity cocktails. They were as delicious as they were visually stunning. Just to give you an idea, a glass of champagne starts at 15 euros and a glass of wine starts at 10 euros. The menu specifies if a meal is vegetarian or gluten-free, and we opted for the cream risotto with green peas, parmesan and salted beef, and gnocchi alla sorrentina. Most of the main dishes range between 30 and 40 euros, while desserts start at 11 euros. Cannes is a lot about seeing and being seen, and this certainly applies to the beach restaurants too. But you don't have to dress up specifically to get access, and it's perfectly acceptable to simply come for coffee if you want to soak up the ambience without breaking the bank. So we just had lunch at Bobo. We had an excellent time, food was awesome, and we felt very welcome. Not on the beach, but literally within sight of the sea, Bobo is a typical bistro just off the Croisette, where there are many more places to eat nearby. Bistros are smaller than traditional restaurants, often featuring chalkboard menus and serving simple yet delectable dishes for lunch and dinner in a laid-back and inviting atmosphere. We were offered an amuse-bouche, which in this case was a tiny slice of pizza, perfectly complementing our first sips of rosé. Now take a look at this. Anja chose the roasted organic salmon escalope with green vegetables, vinaigrette sauce and a caramelized lemon for 24 euros, while I opted for the organic salmon tartare and avocado, even better with some lime juice, along with a quinoa salad for 23 euros. The obligatory bread came in a small paper bag. And let us assure you, hands down, the food was absolutely delicious. And I made sure Anja wasn't just putting on a show. Even on a random Thursday, the place was packed for lunch. And we can't say we were surprised with the quality of the food, the genuinely kind and patient service, and the thoughtful gestures, such as providing ice cubes for the tap water, or even offering a blanket for our legs since it was a tad chilly that day.
We're going to take you now to Bons Enfants. This is a cute, tiny restaurant next to the harbor in one of those, as you can see it here, shady and narrow streets.
Au Bons Enfants is one of those rare places that have been passed down from generation to generation. The Giossettis opened this restaurant in 1935, and now it's their grandson Luc behind the stove, while his son Hugo and girlfriend Laura cater to their guests in the kindest of ways. You find it on Rue Menadier, where many more restaurants line the alley. The place is pretty small, as we mentioned, boasting a simple yet lovely interior that opens to the street below and showcases some of the celebrities who have dined right here. We prefer outdoor seating whenever we can, just like most people do in the warmer season. The menu at this particular restaurant is concise. You can opt for the 3-course meal priced at 39 euros, where you select a starter, a main course and a dessert, served both for lunch and dinner. While alternatively, you can choose à la carte options, available only at lunch. We learned that they stick to the menu price of below 40 euros because they are featured in the Bib Gourmand, which is a Michelin section that recognizes friendly restaurants serving exceptional food at moderate prices. So Anja opted for the codfish à la niçoise, a beautifully tender fish fillet served with potatoes and delicious, colorful vegetables. And let us tell you, it tasted just as fantastic as it looked. My vegetarian roasted cauliflower with navy bean cream and chimichurri, not exactly sure what that is, was equally delicious. We absolutely loved this place. Just a heads up, they don't accept cards, cash only. Hey guys, if you enjoy our content and want to support us, why not check out Fran's channel? It's a streaming platform entirely dedicated to French cinema, French series, documentaries, kids shows, and even news. Plus, they update their content every week. With a promo code that you'll find in the description below the video, you'll get a nice discount and we'll receive a bit of commission. And now back to our restaurant recommendations in France's major city of film.
Now let's check out Astoux et Brun. It's the place to go for those classic seafood platters.
It was packed when we arrived on a Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. That's because it's always busy here, and they serve food all day long from noon to 9:30 p.m. This is typical of brasseries like Astoux et Brun. The place is an institution in Cannes, having been around since 1953, situated next to the port and the town hall at the foot of the old town. They are renowned for their seafood platters, which you'll find at practically every table, as they almost exclusively serve fish and shellfish. For starters, we opted for an assortment of oysters, shrimp, and whelk snails. Personally, I'm not a fan of oysters, but it seems I'm in the minority. A very typical dish on the Mediterranean coast, and a specialty at Astoux et Brun, is their fish soup, made from local fish. The tradition involves taking a piece of bread, spreading it with garlic mayonnaise and grated cheese, and dunking it into the soup. Absolutely delicious. My sea bream ceviche with guacamole tasted excellent as well, with a refined seasoning, perfectly complemented by the sweet and bitter orange and grapefruit slices. At Astoux et Brun, they don't take reservations, but we received a warm and attentive welcome, and it was easy to see why the place is bustling most of the time.
We're in Le Caveau now. That's our final restaurant for today. And by the way, if you're into food and you'd like to have a guided food tour in Cannes, we'll put you a link in the description below the video.
We were determined to catch the sunset from the balcony, so we arrived just before 7 p.m. when they start serving dinner. It's another traditional restaurant in Cannes, known for its classic French and Mediterranean cuisine. We savored the views from our spot while awaiting our food, chatting away and soaking in the atmosphere of the city as it prepared for the upcoming film festival. This time we chose a cheeseburger with French fries and lettuce, just to see if this less traditional dish was something they knew how to prepare, which they certainly did, and ravioli filled with eggplant, served with tomato sauce and olives. And once again, we were not disappointed. Our highlight, however, was the homemade dessert. We didn't take you to any of the top-notch restaurants, of which there are quite a few in Cannes. But if you're looking for an exclusive meal in a fancy location, you can't go wrong with any of the restaurants in the 5-star hotels lining the Croisette, the seafront promenade. To wrap things up, here's our map again with those 5 restaurants you've just seen, plus a brand new place that's set to open mid-May. A branch of the famous Japanese Zuma restaurants that have conquered the world, located at the far right side of the Croisette.
So now we tried all those 5 restaurants and they were all awesome, I have to say. And thanks to our friends, great tips, thank you very much. Just let us highlight, because when you are here in Cannes, we recognize that you have to pay a little bit more than in Nice. And yeah, and when you come here, we got a film for you if you don't know what to do.